morning, sunshines. All right, so today we're going to greet the week. We got some nice rotational sequences, kind of like we did last week, to bring some tension out, ease out that tension. Then we have a nice series of some front body opening poses. Let the joy in. Then we're going to finish it out. So what we need today is some blocks, a strap. We are going to be using a strap today, and maybe some extra support for your knee if you need it. And as always, honor your limits and your abilities. Stay true to yourself. And let's get started. Okay. Let's start with our feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. We're just going to squat down just a little bit and reach up. Down on the other side. Lengthening through each side as we come to it. Let's get one more time on each side. And bring it back to center. Then what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, opening the chest. And exhale, rounding forward, closing it. Inhale, opening. Let's get one more of each. And back to center. Let's step it out. Before we do that, let's grab our strap. And we'll step it out a little bit wide. You can angle your feet out a little bit. Might be more comfortable that way. We're going to bring our strap behind the head. Nice and tense on there. We're going to squat down. Then we're going to press up, press down, and back up. Hips back. Lengthen, stretch out those lats. Back down and up. Keep the head and chest up and open as you do this. A little bit longer. One more. I'll bring it back to center. Feet about hip width apart. Bring it overhead, and then we're just gonna kick the hip out, kick our right hip out to the right a little bit, and rotate that right arm back, just gently lengthening, looking up towards the ceiling. belly button in, supporting the spine. Then to the other side. Bring it back to center and down. We'll set that, aside for the time being. And we'll step it out wide again. We're just going to sink back into the right hip and then into the left hip. Laying the hips back and up. Press back and into center. Inhaling as we come down, exhaling as we come up. Okay, one more time each side. Then we're going to keep it there. Right foot turned out, left one turned in about a 45 or 30-degree angle. If you don't feel very stable here, widen the stance. You don't have to have your heels on the same line. We are not on a balance beam here. And we're going to take, spill our pelvis over, reach down into triangle. Maybe not all the way yet, just a little introduction to the stretch as we start to warm up and get things ready. Let's lengthen a little bit further. If it's comfortable for you to extend a triangle, lengthen through those fingertips on the left hand, pressing through the outside edge of your left foot. Bring that left hand back up, lifting back to center. We'll switch our feet. And we'll dip down to the other side. Nice and open through the chest. Use those shoulder blade muscles to open up that right hand. And if we like, we can take it a little bit further. Bring that arm back up to center. Lift back to center. Level out the heels and toes. Press the palms together behind the back. Inhale, open that chest. And on the exhale, soft bend in the knees, hinging down. And as it's comfortable, you can straighten your knees. Release the arms. And you can either fold your arms, place both hands down on the floor. If it's comfortable and you're able, you can place your palms down with your fingertips nice and wide, directed in towards you. That gives us a better stretch through our wrists, forearms, and shoulders, which is important when we want to open up our front body and release some of that tension that we're holding there. let's take a walk over to the right ankle. And over to the left. Back to the right. And one more time to the left. And return to the center. From here, we're going to place our hands on our hips. Bend your knees if it's more comfortable. Hinge right on up. We can walk our heels in, our feet in a little bit. And then from our right at the top of our pelvis on down, imagine you're stuck in cement, so you can't shake those hips around. Don't shake those hips around. Just bring your hands together in front of us, and we're going to just rotate to the side, and then to the other side. As you are able, without swinging the hips. We lose our thoracic component if we do this. And that defeats the whole purpose of the exercise. That doesn't help us any. We'll also make sure we're not swinging a baseball bat either. Nice and steady. Feel the subtle changes in core activation as you go from side to side. One more time each way. And back to center. Walk it in a little bit more. We're going to sit back, squat down, come up onto one leg. Bring those arms down, finding your center, up nice and tall, like you're a marionette puppet. There's a string coming out of your head and you're being pulled up. Don't collapse down into your lumbar vertebrae, into your pelvis. Nice and tall. You've got that center. Let's place our hands underneath that left leg. And we're going to gently start to press that foot out. Maybe get a little further each time. And then hold it up tall, toes splayed if you can do it. And trying to pull those toes back towards your shin. Relax the knee, release the hands, bring it down, squat down, come up. Find your center here. Hands underneath, make sure you're nice and tall, chest open, shoulders back, and we'll press our heel on this side. Hold it. Make sure those quadricep muscles are the ones extending at the knee. Press that heel, splay those toes, pull them back. Relax the knee, release, and back down. Give it a little shake out. Then we'll go through it a few times. Squatting down, coming up, and then back down. Inhale, nice and steady, grounding ourselves, calming the mind, getting focused. Let's get one more time on each side. And back to center. All right. Let's take our block. You know how this goes. Squeeze it between the thighs, feet together or a little bit apart, whichever is comfortable. Inhale those arms up. And exhale, hips coming back, trying to maintain our line as we come into chair pose. Inhaling back up. And exhaling back down. With the breath, at your own perfect pace. We will do two more, and then we're going to hold it. We're holding on our second one. So we're going to hold chair pose when we come there this time. Let's bring it back up. And on our exhale, we're going to bring our palms to the center, come into twisting chair pose to our right. Our left elbow is on the outside of our right knee. We press the palms together, forearms lined up, belly pulling in as we're rotating ourselves, looking up towards the ceiling. Bring it back to center. Inhaling up. And then we'll go to the left side. Right elbow outside the left knee. Bring it back to center. Inhaling up. And on our exhale, let's do a nice hinge down, a forward fold. Shake the tail a little bit, stretch out the sides a little more. Then nice and slowly One vertebrae at a time. Roll it back up. Let's set that aside. We'll come to the top of our mat if you're not already there. Let's take an inhale, stepping back to our warrior one. And exhale, bring the arms down to the sides, press the palms together. Inhale, open that chest. Good pressure through that back, left foot, pressing the hips forward, lengthening through our spine. Let's take it a little more. We'll hinge forward to humble warrior. Inhale back up to warrior one. On the exhale, bring it back to standing. Let's do the other side. Inhale to one. Exhaling the arms down. Press the palms. Lift that chest and open. And let's do a nice hinge, humble warrior. Bring it back up to warrior one. And exhale, back to standing. And this time we'll inhale to crescent, so our back heel stays up, back knee is lifted and lengthened. Exhale, revolved crescent. So if my right knee is forward right now, my left hand comes forward and my right hand comes back. Bring our hands to the heart center. And nice and slowly, bring our elbow to our knee. If it's more comfortable and easier for you to do this with the knee down, you can bring the knee down. Do what works best for you, what's most appropriate today. Could be different from last week, from tomorrow, from next week, and that's okay. That's normal. That's totally normal. Lift up to crescent. Bring it back to standing. Let's do the other side. Nice and easy. Come into crescent, finding your center. Opening, revolving, lengthening through the fingertips. Shoulders relaxed and down. Bring the palms to the heart center. And elbow to the outside of the knee. Remember, you can always place the knee down. Or if you get tired, you can place the knee down. Bring it gently back up to standing. To crescent, I should say. And then back to standing. All right. We'll shake up. Some shoulder rolls. Let's inhale up. Exhale, powerful pose, almost like chair pose, hips back just a little bit. Inhaling back up. And exhale, dive down to our forward fold. Hands down. Let's step back to a nice little plank. And press right back to down dog. Bend the left knee, press the right heel. Bend the right, press the left. Bend the left, press the right again. And one more time with the left. And press both. Let's shift back to plank. And then on an inhale, moving to upward dog. Make sure you get your head out of your shoulders, shoulder blades back. Quads are active here. And then on the exhale, right back to down dog. Inhale that right foot up. Because we're working on opening things today, let's bend that knee, opening our front body, looking under our right armpit, opening and twisting. It's just so great. Hips to level. Bring that foot back down. Let's do the other side. Bring it up. Bend the knee. Look under that left armpit. And hips to level. Bring that foot back down. Shift back to plank. Inhale to up dog. And on our exhale, knees down, press back to child's pose. If your arms feel a little bit tired right now, you can bring them to your sides, whichever feels appropriate for you right now. All right, let's bring it back to plank. So now we're going to do one of my favorite front body opening stretches. I think if you choose to do it, maybe you'll understand why. So we're going to move into wild thing. If you don't want to do this, we can put our knees down for a second. If it doesn't feel comfortable or safe for you right now, you could just come seated, place a block under you, arms back, lift the chest and the head, and hold this here. So there's an option for you. If you would like to do it, we're going to move over into side plank, stepping our right foot behind us. We're going to lift the hips up as we bring our right hand towards the wall behind us. And just breathe. Feel the joy emanate from your heart center. Everything stretches out. Let's bring it back to our plank. Let's move to the other side. Step up your side plank. Step that left foot. Opening the hips, lifting the hips, lengthening through that left hand. Should feel some pretty good glute activation here too. And bring it back to our plank. So we're on plank now, depending on whichever method you chose. Let's bring it to an up dog. And exhale into our down dog. We just used all our backside muscles to stretch out the front side. So now we're going to use our front side muscles to stretch out those backside muscles. Let's inhale the right foot up. On the exhale, bring it forward. We step it to our right hand. Bring that right arm up. Right hand down. And step it on back. We'll do the left side. Inhaling up. Exhale. Bring it forward. Opening. Inhaling with that left hand. And exhale, bring it down. And right back to our down dog. We're going to do a little bit of extra core work here now. So if you'd like, you can choose to do it. If not, if it's more comfortable here or in child's pose, you can keep it there. Or you, of course, can do what you can and then move to something more comfortable. So what we're going to do, we're going to inhale that right foot up. And on the exhale, knee to the forehead. Bring those front body muscles together. Inhale, opening. And then exhale. We'll do two more. Inhale the leg back up. And the exhale, right back down. Reset ourselves. We'll do the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to forehead. One more. And right back down. Look up. Walk your feet to your hands to forward fold. Hands on the hips. Elbows back towards the ceiling. And hinge right on up. All right. We're going to take our strap again. We're going to do some balancing poses with this. So if at any time you feel unstable or uncomfortable, just bring that foot right back down. Come to standing. Pop back up into it if you're able. If not, that's perfectly okay. So you got to loop. We're going to loop it around that right foot. Let's just bring the knee up first. Find your center here. Lock that pelvis into place. Extend the leg out. And then we're going to open out to the side to the best of your ability. It's not about making the poses perfect because nobody makes them perfect. Bring it back to center. Bend that knee. And back down. Give a little shake out. So we're going to do it one more time on this side. Bring it up first. Find your center. Stabilize with the pelvis. Extend that foot out. Find your center in each phase before moving to the next one. Make sure that you're using those outer hip muscles, those glute muscles to help open up at the hip here. Staying tall, supporting in the center. Bring it back. A little extra here. Bend. Oh boy. And back down. Even I lose my balance sometimes. Right, sometimes it's more like a lot of times. All right. Let's switch the feet. You feel a little glute burn on the left side there. The muscle's working. That's good. You want it to. All right, let's bring it up first. Get tall. Lock that pelvis into place. Find our center. Extend the foot out. Open it out to the side. Bring it back in. Bend that knee. And down. Right. One more time. And time is flying. Apparently it's going by pretty quickly. So, ooh, man. All right, let's bring it back up. Find that center. Extend out. Opening. Oh boy. Stay steady. Keep the mind still. Bring it back to center. A little extra here if you can do it. Bend. And back down. All right. Set that aside again. Come back to the top of our mat if you're not already there. Let's take it up. Exhale, our powerful pose. Just that little hip hinge back. Inhale back up. Exhale, take it down. Now from here, if you have your blocks handy, we're going to place our left hand on the blocks. So have it right now when your feet are together or close together, blocks in front of your left foot. Left hand on those blocks. We'll just step that left foot back just a little bit. We're going to open up that right arm. Nice little modification for revolve triangle. You want to keep the hip hugged in because we'll have a tendency to want to wing it out. Keep it in. You really feel the stretch down through the side of the leg. And we'll see more height for this. If it's more comfortable to keep your hand at your side, on your back, that works too. I think that's what's going to work for me right now. And release it back down. And we'll switch our setup. So now blocks in front of the right foot. Step the right foot back. And then let's open up to our left side. Belly button in. And bring it back down. Line those feet up again. Set the blocks aside. And let's step back to our plank. Inhale to up dog. And exhale into down dog. Now you can either keep it here if this is challenging enough, if you're comfortable here, if this feels good right now, keep it here. If you'd like to do a little more and you're able to today, we're going to take the left hand, place it outside the right ankle, shin, knee, thigh, wherever you can grab onto. Rotating, looking under that right armpit. Place that left hand back. Now let's go to the other side. Right hand back. Shifting back to plank. And let's bring the knees down. Knees down under the hips. Hip width apart. Hands under the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Level out that nice tabletop that we are. And extend that right knee. Keep it there right now. And then if you're able to stay stable, like a table, okay, I'll stop there. Lift that foot just a little bit. And bring that knee right back down. Let's do the other side. Make sure we're all lined up. Extend that left leg, that left knee. And then just a little lift. And bring it back down. Now, come on back. We're going to flip ourselves around, bringing it to seated. From one tabletop position to another of sorts. So we're going to have our feet about hip width apart, our hands behind us, fingers pointed in the direction of our body towards us. And from here, lift those hips up. If you have enough clearance and room between the shoulder blades and you're open enough and can relax your head back, you can. If not, keep your chin in. That's where I'm at. Bring it back down. We'll do it one more time. Trying to undo all the time we spend forward. This stretches it all out. All right, let's lift the hips one more time. And bring it back down. All right. Bring the feet in. We'll take a little modification on that. Arms back. We'll hinge back a little bit. Lifting the chest. Our modification for our wild thing earlier. Just a more gentle front body opening. And bring it back to center. We're up tall here. We're going to take our right arm, bring it across the chest. Switch directions here. Now don't let the whole body and the shoulder go with it. Keep that right shoulder blade back. So your arm might not go directly to the other side. In fact, it probably can't because bony processes are in the way and you're going to bump into them and they stop you. So keep that shoulder blade back and down. Release. Do the other side. And release. Let's dip the left ear towards the left shoulder. Make sure you keep that shoulder relaxed. And if it's comfortable, pressing down and away with the right hand. Make sure you stay upright. Don't lean. Don't collapse down. Back to center. Reset yourself. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Down and away with the left if it's comfortable. Bring it back up to center. And then from here, have a block handy. We're going to roll it on back. We're going to take our block. I need two, because mine are really narrow. Place them under the sacrum. Just kind of relax there for a moment. And extend the left leg out. Keep it down and bring the right knee in towards your chest. Release and switch sides. And release. Bring both feet flat. Just enjoy the gentle traction of the lumbar spine here. And slide the block or blocks out. Bring our feet down. Arms at our side. Lift the hips up to bridge. Sink back down and we'll take happy baby. Hands grab the outside edges of the foot. We're pulling, pressing down on our feet, drawing our knees in towards our armpits. Our entire back body should be in contact with the ground, the tailbone, the back, the shoulders, the head. Release, feet flat again. We're going to lift back up into bridge, and this time, if you'd like, you can clasp your hands beneath you. Bring the hips back down. And we'll take happy baby again. Release. We're going to do our final variation of our front body opening right here. So you can choose either of the first two options we have done with bridge, either lifting your hands up with your hands, lifting your hips up, excuse me, with your hands at your sides, or clasping your hands beneath you. Or if you're feeling pretty good and warmed up and flexible right now, you can take it to wheel pose. If you are going to take it to wheel pose, bring our hands outside our shoulders. And then we lift. If you're not coming to wheel pose, lift into either bridge pose variation. It feels best for you at this point. And we're going to bring it back down. We'll take our happy baby one more time. And release. We'll do a little glute stretch. We're going to take our right ankle, keeping it flexed, place it on the left thigh. And we'll grab underneath that left thigh, head and shoulders down. If it was enough of a stretch where you were, you can keep it right there. Release that side and switch. Keep that left ankle flexed as we place it on the right thigh. Grab hold, pull the knee in towards us. And release. Bring your arms out in a T and just let the knees fall gently down to the right. Bring them back to center and then over to the left. Knees back to center. Extend those legs out straight. Bring the arms overhead, hands together. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And as you're doing so, gather up all your tension, flex all your muscles, tighten everything up, make a face, hold it all. Exhale, release. Let it all go. Bring your hands to your sides. Turn the shoulder blades under. And take Shavasana. If you like, you can roll it over onto your right or left side to the fetal pose. Bring yourself back up to seated. Nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, lengthen our final time. And exhale to the heart center. Namaste. And we now go and share your enlightened and joyful selves with the world. Hopefully you enjoyed that little front body opening. Joy cultivating. Twist the stress out practice we did today. And I'll see you again later this week.